Yo, what's good? Yo, I'm not much of a fighter, but I don't know about you, but I love fights. I like watching fights. I used to watch the UFC a little bit, not too much. I'm not too much of a UFC guy. I like boxing though. If I was ever to enter like a combat sport, I would definitely choose boxing. It's obviously the most dangerous sport because you can seriously injure yourself and knock your cranium loose. Like you could literally knock your brain out of your head and go unconscious, which I don't even know how that's possible, but I think that it is. I think it's considered the most dangerous, even though I think MMA should be the most dangerous, right? Shouldn't MMA, even though I think boxing gets the name for the most dangerous because like there's more depth in that way. Maybe people are less trained or something, I don't know, but I think MMA is like probably harder in terms of learning, like the years of learning taekwondo and all that. Regardless though, in recent times, I'm looking at what presumes to be medieval times. Like, you know, like, I mean, we're going back to the dynasty days. We're going back to when alligators were just hopping out the crib. We're going back to when King Arthur, we're going back to when King Arthur and Queso were, we're going back to when King Arthur, there's a joke I'm going for, but I don't know what it is. Okay. It's like we're going back to when King Arthur. We're going back to a time in when there's a joke I'm going for. I don't know the joke though. It's there. We're going back to a time when King Arthur and Queso were both in the same weight class to be able to fight each other. I don't know. It was a joke. It was supposed to be that. Whatever. So this is it's a little weird. Okay, they're fighting MMA or like in an MMA cage, but they have medieval armor on. So they're literally like, I mean, you're talking about gavel, guillotine type vibes. Gavel is all spike trap type of weaponry and stuff. It's pretty interesting, and it's real. This is real. We're talking about real blood here. Let's look at it. So prepare yourself. Now, I don't know if YouTube is a little weird with blood. I think YouTube's a little weird with blood. If I do get striked, you won't be seeing it and it'll be blurred, but you'll see, there's parts where, you know, there's not blood because they have like a whole suit on. We're talking about knight in shining armor. We're talking about M. Night Shyamalan, whatever his name is. M.K. Shyamalan. What is his name? Something like that. All right, so let's look at it. And let's see. Let's watch Steve go at it.
So much happened. Jack, the guy that fought last, he fought with me, and then I can always fight. You know,
he busted his lip.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I might have to blur that. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dragon Con.
Oh yeah. From some of the
Yes. Yes.
Okay, off the bat, that's pretty crazy. I think this is like back in the day. This is how they used to fight. Like they used to have to like wear this shit, and I feel like that would be you're at such like. I guess you're not at a disadvantage. You obviously have armor to protect yourself, but like it's got to be heavy. Also, I remember I think there was a technique in like cavalries and like little like towers and stuff when you would build the building and the architects, they would make it so that the staircase had it so like it would always go around the right so that who was ever wielding their sword couldn't like swing as properly, like going up to the tower to like attack the king or something. Like if you were down at the bottom, you'd have the advantage. You have the high ground. I guess high ground in every instance is great. You'd have the high ground, and then you'd also have like the proper swing, nothing like blocking you. So fun fact.
In for some crazy grapples.
He's got that.
That shit's gotta hurt, yo. Like actually, like, oh my god, he's just full pounding him.
So much happened. Jack, the guy that fought last.
Yeah, that is insane. That's closer to Minecraft in the actual Minecraft movie trailer. I just did a video on the Minecraft movie trailer. That is actually quite literally insane. I think that it's actually pretty insane. I feel like it should be somewhat mainstream. Like this is something that should be more mainstream. It's fun. It's kind of goofy. Obviously, they're actually generally getting injured. And it kind of like makes you think about like way back when people actually had to wear that and like didn't, you know, have like fucking AR-15s, you know, everybody, you know, that armor is nothing compared to a fucking deagle, you know. But in other instances, it's still interesting to look at. I feel like it's still like a good thing to watch. It's entertaining. It's not serious, but it's still serious. And I mean, the amount of sports bets, like imagine being a professional medieval fighter. Like that's kind of crazy under your belt. Like you'd be one of the greatest gladiators in the time. I feel like though, the best ones would be the biggest, like the biggest guy. Like the biggest guy would be the best gladiator in like this type of vibe. And it kind of brings back to like the old Coliseum days where people used to watch people get slaughtered, like actually slaughtered to the death, like fight to the death. Like fuckers used to have big wood sticks with spike bats just killing each other murderously, vigorously. Absolutely insane. It's given that type of vibe, and we just watch it for our enjoyment. It's kind of a sick, twisted thing because people are always like, well, not watching people die. The violence. We like the violence, the fight, you know, the fight. Yeah, so I think this is very interesting. I just wanted to bring this to y'all's attention. I think that this should be something that's like actually a recurring. I don't know how this has been going on. This would be something that's like is actually mainstream. I feel like this would be so entertaining for people to bet on. Like, and then it is very dangerous. So this is like super duper dangerous. So obviously, like if there was ever a influencer medieval fight or some shit, obviously, you know, that person's gonna have to sign a bunch of waivers and this and that and this and that. But I still think it's like very interesting. You're gonna get people who actually want to be in this metal shining armor and like actually take the damage. But yeah, I think it's just an interesting thing that I wanted to bring to you guys information. If you want to watch it, if you want to watch this, it's called AMMA. I don't know what it stands for, but that's what it is. Maybe like artillery arsenal MMA, something like that. Artillery mixed martial arts. But yeah, that's about it. So with that being said, see you when you're older. Peace.